situation or what. So I wouldn't call this an emergency live. I wouldn't, but I would call it a necessity live, one that I really debated on, and I still put out the video saying what I thought. I got a YouTube short or two I'll put out on what I thought what ADDIE did against tonight, what she did for a team. But what I want to say is, I think, like I said in the title, big win by ADDIE, Iowa coach Jen Jensen. This is an incredible win for many reasons. I remember before the year started, I had us pegged as a dark horse contender. So look at us now. Shit, what is we 6-7-0 in the Big Ten? Like, if you checking this out on the playback, hit that like button. If you support the Hawkeyes, hit that like button. Rowan Sooners, hit the like button. It's only right. What a fantastic game. What a phenomenal performance by ADDIE. Coach Jen Jensen. Like, mad love to Coach Jen, because Coach Jen put ADDIE in a situation tonight where she was succeeding from the get-go. And I've been a player. I've been a person who was like, what's going on here? Sometimes patience is a virtue, and sometimes patience wins out, because I will admit I haven't been as patient as I would need to be. And watching this team, I was really feeling some kind of way game to game. What's up with the struggles against Northwestern? What's up with the piss poor half against Indiana? What's up with getting off to a rocky slow start against Nebraska? What's really going on? What's going on with Mikasa? And Mikasa is Hawkeye's house, Carver Arena. Now, me personally, tonight I just felt like we dug in. I felt like we completely dug in, and we handled business against Oregon, and we made sure that we wasn't going to, lay an egg out here tonight. We made sure we was going to have a good win, a quality win, and I really appreciate the fight that was shown by this team tonight. Like, I really, really said to myself, like, okay, what team is going to show up? What team is going to get out there and cook tonight? What team is going to be out there for us tonight? Well, let me say this. ADDIE, Ava Hayden, shining stars of the night, shining bright as long as chit chat right. So those would be my 3 stars of the game. And I was like, just completely blown away, guys, because I said it before and I say it again. All ADDIE needs is opportunity. All ADDIE needs is a chance to shine, a chance to get out there and show her worth. And for whatever reason, Coach Jen Jensen seen her. She saw it was her night. Every shot was straight down the hatch. Most shots was down the hatch, should I say. She was grooving and moving, getting to her spots, wasn't hesitating too much to shoot. And that's what I need from Addie. I need her to be aggressive. Hello, chat. What's going on? And you don't always have to shoot. She says she loved to pass, so that's a great part of her game for her to be unselfish. But, see if you get it going. And tonight she absolutely had it going. So I just feel like, the future is now for Addison Deal. The future is right now. A wonderful performance. I debated on should I go live and talk about this? But the video is great. A short is great, but real justification is real time to give a salute, praise, recognition to ADDIE for going out there and just leaving it out there and just torching the opposition, just torching them. She had roasted duck tonight, chili sauce, ketchup on the side, ranch. She enjoyed the meal that was the Oregon Ducks. From the Oregon side, Katie Fiso. Where were you? Where were you tonight? Katie Fiso's my favorite Oregon Duck. She's one of the most underrated guards in the country. But tonight she just didn't have it. I don't know what that was about. She didn't look comfortable. Her team, they kind of got it going a little late. But we played great defense, and I love it. The defense will keep us in games with the exception of UConn? With the exception of UConn, we've been in every game. And y'all know I'm team ADDIE all day, so this is just great. The feeling is just great to see her flourish, to see her perform like she did tonight. 18 points, 7 for 9, made all 4 of her 3-point shots. Will she shoot this way every game? Of course not. But I tell you what, you gotta be eager to shoot and try. And tonight, she let that thing go. And it just happened to be her night. But she wasn't just settling for threes. She wasn't just settling. She was driving. She was shooting the little middies, floaters. Her floater game was good. Man, congratulations, man. This is what I want to tell y'all, man. ADDIE, learn her name. Because see, right now, everybody just sits and they think like, okay, I was good, but who's they stars? Who's they key players? Learn about ADDIE. She's coming. Ava Hayden. She looked well. And I would be remiss if I failed to mention Hannah Starkey. Hannah Starkey, 17, 8, 5, and 4, something like that. Hannah Starkey was balling tonight. So big time recognition and praise. I'm a fan. I'm always a fan. I'm a fan. I love Hannah Starkey. So tonight, she absolutely nailed it. She was great. You say, show my face for what? I'm talking about the Hawkeyes, bro. You need to see my face to hear me talk, right? So, man, Hannah Starkey was balling. Look on my channel. I'm on my face all on my channel. But it was just a wonderful, fantastic performance by Hannah Starkey. Only thing I want is just to see her do it all the time, So, yeah, I wouldn't call this an emergency pod, but it's necessary. My team is great, man. Like, prove me wrong. That's all I can say. Continue to prove me wrong. Show me that you better. I don't think we're number 11 seed, but show me that we better, and I can get with that. And Coach Jen Jensen, credit to her too, because she saw that Addie was on a roll and she didn't pull out. She left me in. I'm gonna tell y'all, I was down in the dumps because I'm not gonna miss words. I'm a diehard Hawkeyes fan. The love is sent back to you, baby. I'm a diehard Hawkeyes fan, and I personally feel like, Addie is my favorite player, so I root for her and I root for all the players, but I want to see her succeed, as she's my favorite Hawkeye, and I don't want her to leave. I don't even want her to consider leaving. So to see her get opportune playing time is an amazing feeling, and then to see her succeed is amazing, because she played 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes. I'm like, what is going on? You're not playing your 5-star recruit. Because I know next season when McKenna Velicko steps in the building, McKenna Velicko is either going to start out the gate or she's going to get major minutes off the bench. Let's work Addie in now. Let's get her acclimated. Let's see if we can get her to put it back to back. See if she can have another successful game. Let's keep this thing rolling. Yes, we done lost 2 games, but we sitting pretty. I feel good. Yes, I got 2. I'm a fan of 3 teams, Iowa, UCLA, and Oklahoma. But my soft spot in my heart is always for my Hawkeyes first. Hawkeyes fan first. First women's college basketball team I officially became a fan of. UCLA followed back in the 90s. And most recently last year, since November. Was it November? Yeah. So for 2 months, I've been also an Oklahoma Sooner fan. But we're not here to talk about Oklahoma or UCLA. What we here to talk, actually, let's talk just this about UCLA. Guess who undefeated in the Big Ten? Guess who undefeated in the Big Ten? It ain't USC. It ain't Maryland. It ain't Michigan State. It ain't USC. It ain't Nebraska. It's both my squads. It's UCLA and Iowa. But most people, and I said, hell, UCLA might run away with this thing. That's supposed to happen. But who knew Iowa was going to be 6 games into undefeated play? And who would think that we would possibly, if this keeps up and continues, we might be looking at a Big Ten championship without Caitlin Clark? Man, much credit, man. Much credit to the ladies, to the coaching staff, Addie, Hannah, everybody, like, putting the work in. Oregon's a good team. Oregon's a really good team. We didn't beat crap tonight. They just didn't have it. Like, Katie Fiso just didn't really have it going. She picked it up late a little bit. Ari Long wasn't hitting the threes. They shot horrible. They shot horrible from outside. 2 great games tonight, If you're a Hawkeyes fan, you love that. The South Carolina game earlier, that was a great game. So great basketball put on display tonight. And me personally, just a fantastic game, What else do I want to say before I get out of here? Let me say this. Again, Coach Jen Jensen to sit there and recognize that ADDIE was on another mission. I think, here's some things I want to say. ADDIE's getting hella confidence. The confidence was brimming tonight. Her body, she's starting to like mold into to like physicality. Like she's starting to get like what's I don't want to say sculpted, but she's starting to get like more. I don't want to say chiseled either. Her body, she getting more acclimated to the game, to the college game, to the physicality, being able to shoot, to be able to get her shots off. Once she able to like dribble through traffic like really successfully, oh my goodness, she going to the cup and scoring. She's a 3-level scorer already. So look, the future is bright as hell. You know, if Juju Watkins was if she was leaving college, was she gonna be a senior? No, Juju gonna be a junior next season. She gonna have 2-3 years of eligibility. USC is gonna be tough next season. I expect USC to be in UCLA spot. I don't know what's gonna happen to my Bruins. If we don't win the championship this year, I don't know what's gonna happen. But what I'm trying to say is Iowa is definitely we gonna be good because we're gonna have a 2-headed monster. If ADDIE keeps developing at this rate, we're gonna have a 2-headed monster with her and McKenna. Layla Hayes, you're gonna have to step it up. You're gonna have to step it up, sweetie. You're gonna have to, because when Hannah Stokey leaves, and I probably feel some kind of way when Hannah Stokey leaves. I'll probably be emotional as hell just because, you know, I can't imagine Hannah Stokey not being here. But it happens. But who's gonna step up and take her spot? We're gonna hit the portal, you know. We send it, we do good in the portal. You know, a side note, I'm wishing Emily Rodriguez to come back. But if ADDIE gonna play like this, is Emily Rodriguez gonna be really needed? I think I just want Emily back because I like to root for her and I want to see her succeed. And then Chit Chat Wright, a super stellar game tonight by her. See, here's the thing: if we can get multiple scores definitively, we could be a Sweet 16 team. You laugh now, you apologize later. We could be a Sweet 16 if we could get we get the consistency out of Ava Hayden, get her to give us like 13 to 19 points a night, something like that. And then if we can get ADDIE to become an offensive contributor all the time, then that'd be great. And then if we could get what I want to say, you know, obviously Chit Chat Wright, if we could just keep her cooking more often than not, then we're gonna be in great shape. You know, we're gonna be in great shape. We really are. We're really gonna be in good shape, guys. So, game ball to Addison Deal tonight. Again, I had something I wanted to get off my chest, so I just wanted to get off my chest. I said that if people didn't, I said that if people didn't come through the chat or if people didn't stay, that's fine. That's part of life. That's part of when you have a YouTube channel that people not gonna come, or they will come, or they might leave and they might check out. They might not stay in your stream. I don't go live often. I need to make it a more periodic thing. I want to be more serious about the channel. I want to be more serious about, I mean, I'm not saying I'm not serious, but I want to go absolutely guerrilla, like that Bruno Mars song. I want to go guerrilla and just make content and eventually get to a place where I can improve my content making. But I just want to be hella consistent. So if I could start with live streams, you know, like the way I can do shorts and just be more consistent with it. So the way I feel right now is that we're just in a situation where I just got to keep it pushing. And if I keep on being consistent, well, that bodes well for the channel and bodes well for maybe turnout as we push to just try to keep climbing in subs. And eventually, hopefully, we can get monetized because sub count looking good. But I'm not here for that. I'm here to talk about my Iowa Hawkeyes. 6-0 in the Big Ten, baby. 6-0 in the Big Ten. Dark horse team no more. I think that you got to take us seriously. I think the only team that we can't beat, hear me now, hear me clearly, the only team that we can't beat is probably my UCLA Bruins. That unless they battle injuries, because I don't think we got nothing for Lauren. Kiki Rice is on a switching mission. She's on a WNBA mission. Kiki Rice is on a, first, second all-team mission this season. But yo, just a brilliant performance tonight by Iowa. Coach Jay, everybody. It's a wonderful time to be a Hawkeyes fan, just like it is all the time. But you know what? ADDIE, as we get ready to close this thing out, let me just say this. When you support a player, when you cheer for a player, when you root for a player, you never ever stop believing in them. And I never would stop believing in Hannah Starkey too. But I never would stop believing in Addie because I knew she got the talents. And people on here, I don't like to cuss on my channel, but I gotta use this. People were shitting on her. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. People were shitting on help me say it, y'all. On ADDIE. People really was taking crap on ADDIE, talking about she ain't no 5-star. She ain't. All she need was opportunity. All she need was belief. All she need was her teammates to keep on cheering behind her like they doing. They know that her talent is something that everybody has. And I think it's as great as ADDIE could be. And I think it's awesome as Chit Chat Right is. And I think it's, fantastic as Hannah Starkey is. Everybody knows that the player on this team with the highest team on this year's team is ADDIE. ADDIE's 5-star recruit, ranked number 20th in the country. Watching the highlight package, watching all of that, I understand that she's a special player. She's a very special player. And I'm gonna say this to y'all: I can't get enough of her potential. So as we continue to watch them, I will continue to do highlights. Put some highlights together, some reels or whatever, and just talk about how fantastically great that she is. She's an awesome player, and I'm glad she's here. And I think this could pretty much maybe silence the portal talk. Maybe the portal talk is done. So we need to try to keep these consistent. In a perfect world, I would jump on and go live after every Oklahoma game, after every Iowa game, after every UCLA game. And if I can't, then I need to do it ASAP, doing that same, run a day or two or the next morning when that game is still fresh in our heads, which is going to be fresh in our heads if we avid fans of the team. So yeah, phenomenal performances put forth tonight. Hannah Starkey was freaking brilliant. ADDIE was, learn her name. Hashtag learn her name. For real. Hashtag learn her name. Know about her. That 5-star. I'm one of her biggest fans, man. I feel like she could be. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this before I go, man. She could be effective. We know how brilliant Caitlin Clark is as a player. We know how phenomenal Caitlin Clark is as a player. But check this out. ADDIE can be a very effective shooting guard, and or two. What can she play point? I don't know if she can play point. Addie might need to tighten up her ball handling. But let me just say this: where Caitlin Clark might have been erratic in her shooting sometimes, I think ADDIE can be super efficient and effective as a shooter. And I think she could be a 49% field goal, 3-point shooter out her career, because her cool-water switch is legit, man. So Danny, Chat, man, all y'all, man, if you like women's hoops, man, check out ADDIE. Learn her name. If you don't know, check out Iowa basketball. I would sell y'all this back, but they ain't never left. I said back, but they ain't never left. We've been here. We qualified for the tournament last season with Lucy Olsen, Sid Folter. No matter who's on this team, we fight hard. And that's a sign of a great coach. That's a sign of a great ass coach. No matter who on this team, we fight hard, man. We don't put our heads down. We could have said, oh, damn, UConn smacked the hell out of us, man. And then we could have been like, man, I don't know. But we bounced back, and we bounced back, and we bounced back. So shout out to all the former Hawkeyes, man. McKenna Warnock, who else? Gabby Marshall. Shout out to players that played with Iowa. Megan Gustafson, won our first championship. Shout out to Sheen Alexander. all the Hawkeyes players in the past, man, that was doing their thing. Jamie Prenti, the list goes on. Even Molly Davis, who recently got promoted at Evansville. You once a Hawkeye, you always a Hawkeye. So, it's all love, and let's enjoy our singers. As y'all can tell, I'm getting ready to close it out here. But let's enjoy our singers. Let's enjoy Taylor McCabe. Let's enjoy Hannah Starkey, even Jada Jemfe. Just a brilliant run. But again, I guess as our best. I guess I'm tripping on my words. I guess the best way for me to close this thing out is to say this. See, ADDIE, I told y'all, I said this. I said she was gonna work hard until she mastered this shit. And again, I don't like to use profanity on my channel, but I gotta be emphatic about it. Told y'all she gonna keep on coming. She gonna keep working. She gonna keep grinding because she gonna master this. Because that's what great players do. They don't stop. They keep working hard. They master their dribbles. They master their shooting. They don't just sit there and say, damn, coach ain't playing me. I'm finna go into a shell. You work harder and you work harder and you work harder and you work harder. And I told y'all, listen to the gems. Sometimes it might seem like I don't know what I'm talking about, but trust me, sometimes I know what I'm talking about. ADDIE was always going to work hard. She was always going to grind. She was always going to fight, and she's going to be a warrior. She's going to be a fighter, and she wants to be great at this. So she's going to put the work in. So I think the portal stuff, that should go to bed. You might not hear me mention that. And then the craziest thing is I'm doing this live, and you're talking about ADDIE, and then I'm going to drop the episode series soon. I'm going to drop it in the next day or two, Lord willing. Lord willing, I'll be alive, because all glory goes to God first, because we only here because he say so, because we could be gone any second, any minute. But I want to tell y'all that I'm gonna get that series out quicker. Episode 7, like a jersey number. Speaking of, I got to look for a jersey. I'm a huge fan. It's crazy because she might be turning up and turning on now that I changed my profile picture to Paige Beckers in a Breeze Unrivaled jersey and Aaliyah Chavez. But this was what I would call a necessary pod, man. This was a necessary live stream because I couldn't call it an emergency live stream. And the craziest thing, I wasn't going to drop a live until tomorrow. I said I was going to wait. I got like a video or two in the cannon. It's talking about ADDIE, and then it's talking about the Hawkeyes victory. So yeah, man, that's gonna conclude this video. 23 minutes of talking to you guys. I'm gonna try to be more steady with it. I think I got, what do I have next? I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm gonna stream some basketball. I think I'm gonna do the LSU and the Oklahoma game because I'm an Oklahoma fan. I'm gonna see when the Iowa next game for UCLA. It's been a fantastic season. It's been a great season so far. I'm enjoying it, even though Juju Watkins is injured. Yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say, guys. So I guess I'll shout out whoever came through. I'll shout out you guys that spoke and that didn't speak. Just love to all you guys. Just hit that like button. I'm gonna try to keep the content coming. I've been doing a lot more content lately. I've been feeling better. I went through a health spurt, a health situation. I went through some mental things, but I'm back and I'm doing my best. And I'm not perfect, but I'm doing my best. And I got to use what I got to try to make this channel pop. And so I'm just bars. I'm just pretty much here doing what I can. But yeah, ADDIE the real deal. Game tight. So that's pretty much what it is. And y'all know Iowa is flyer. So yeah. I'm gonna get out of here, but before I do, shout out to Billy, shout out to Chucky, Pickle Juice, and Daniel Berry Sports. So a couple of commenters tonight, but I'm gonna get at you guys later. All right, y'all have a good night, a blessed one, and yeah, quick Clark vlog, quick Clark. I can't talk. Quick car vlog. Video. So be on the lookout. I'm gonna drop this ADDIE YouTube short any minute, probably the next 10-15 minutes. And then I'm gonna just put out some more videos. So I'm gonna get at y'all later. Do appreciate y'all for coming through. If we can keep these lives more steady, that'll be awesome. But yeah, y'all enjoy your night. And where I'm at, it's cold as hell, so stay safe if you're in the Midwest. But with that, I'm out of here. Peace, y'all. Go Hawkeyes, go Sooners, go Bruins, 3-team dream, RC Cool Water, Swish, and we out. Great job tonight, ADDIE. For real, for real, for real.